Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Chicago Bears. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The play fake. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there on the first play of the game. And even 40 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd down now, it's Moss. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. He'll drop this underneath the Moss. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Counter, this is Moss. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Now with the play clock almost gone, Sean McDermott's going to call for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. To run with Moss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Zach Moss, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Makes the score Bills 7, Bears nothing. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Bears take over 1st and 10. at their own 20-yard line.
First carry now for David Montgomery. He's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up a throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. So after the INT, it's Allen. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Ricky Seals Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Stafford on first down. Finds the open target, Arnold. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And the hook is cleared on Allen Robinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Stafford. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. So the shotgun snap to Allen. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Play action, Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Bills 14, Bears 3.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
They'll run here with Moss.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown.
Zach Moss.
His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Bills will extend their lead.
Bass on for the extra point.
And it's 21-3.
Makes the score Bills 21, Bears 3. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
At the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Montgomery on the counter. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Six-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here comes Cohen.
A solid 12-yard return after the 55-yard punt. And the Bears take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you... Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And with 3 scores down, not even a halftime yet, they are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. And this will be caught by Mooney. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there. How about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Montgomery. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On the ground, it's Montgomery, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Allen going to give it to Moss. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
The ball carrier
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
7 yards pickup.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Allen's throw is complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards there, first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 yards there, first down.
Gordon, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll run on first down with Moss. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Mike. Check 55, Mike. Silver. Mike 55, Mike 55.
From the gun, Allen. Able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's a give to Moss out of the shotgun. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Allen. It's caught and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
A 19-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there. And that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start the third quarter with a run by Cohen. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Kill. Give me radar.
On second down, it's Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
At the 25-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. I'm on.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
They'll throw on 1st down with Fromm. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Now a handoff looking right. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st down, Bills.
2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Fromm. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo 1st.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bears' 37-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Fromm. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
3rd down.
Pick it up, Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Singletary here running out of the gun. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. And now they're not going to get the kickoff in time. And that will make this a more difficult prospect. So that'll back him up 5. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. The kick by Bass is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
No, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Hey, 58's the mic. Go, 58's the mic.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 1.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Play action. Stafford. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
At the 36-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Let's bring it.
They run the counter. It's Montgomery, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford, and he finds Montgomery complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
58. 58 right there. I got you.
On 3rd down, Stafford. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here we go on fourth. Stafford. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Get the ball. Check 50. Check 50.
Looking to throw from. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45, and it'll be territory. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run on first down. Moss. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A handoff as they run the counter play. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. On the counter, this is Moss. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today.
A 32-yard
going to get the kick off in time. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today.
A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And some room to maneuver. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And all the way down to the 26.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And how about the situation that we're in right now, because this is the fourth quarter. So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is where conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs, and that was an A-plus effort right there.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Now a run with Montgomery. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Back at the 16-yard line.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
They run. Montgomery. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Bears on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Stafford. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
58, right over there. 59! 58, right there.
They snap it to Stafford. And this is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, this game is all but over after that last 4th down stop. The only question left, will they play conservative and run the clock or try to pour some salt in the wound? And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Whoa!
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they take a knee. Set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
The 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Watch the curve, watch the curve. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Here we go.
And they take a knee. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him. and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Bills, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Bears, things get even uglier now as they fall to 2-13. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. And for Charles Davis.